Okay, module 1 homework, the part 1 MCQs. Apart from the MCQs I am discussing, if you have any other doubt, you can ask. So, starting with the first one, which of the following cases have correct direction of I effect? Correct direction of inductive effect. So, inductive effect is mainly dependent on
Electronegativity.
Electronegativity.
negativity. So, if you look at this direction, it is going from the double bonded to triple bonded carbon. Is this direction okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because sp2 carbon is less electronegative than sp carbon. Next one. Between carbon oxygen, the direction is towards oxygen. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And between the sp3 carbon and sp2 carbon, the direction is towards sp2 carbon. That is towards a more electronegative atom. And this is also correct. Next. Here, both are double bonded carbons. Now the direction is from the carbonyl carbon to the benzene carbon. Is this correct?
No.
No. Because we have discussed that when you have a pi bond conjugation between the carbon and between carbon oxygen, then the pi bond ka movement will be always from less electronegative to the more electronegative atom. ये resonance में भी पढ़ा था, and this will also be applicable for the inductive effect. So the electron ka movement will be from the carbon of the benzene towards the carbonyl carbon. So this direction will not be correct. Next, which compound is this?
Grignard's reagent.
It's famously RMGX, which is Grignard reagent. And the direction is from carbon to magnesium metal. Is that correct?
No.
No.
No. In fact, in case of Grignard reagent, when we talk about R and Mg ka breakdown, how does it break? What are the polarities acquired on R and Mg?
R minus.
R minus. It forms a carbon with a negative charge, that is carb anion. So obviously the direction of the electron is from the magnesium towards the carbon, because here carbon is more electronegative than magnesium. And in the next case, again, this is an organometallic compound similar to Grignard, and based on carbon metal bond, the carbon will always acquire a negative charge. Electron density will be more on the carbon. So this is a correct direction. So the correct direction of I effect is possible in P, Q, and T. That's option 4. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Second, which of the following is the strongest minus I group? Now, looking at the options, it is tempting to identify the answer as
4.
Fluorine.
fluorine, because we know that fluorine is the most electronegative element, and based on that, the electron withdrawing power will be very high. But now, if I compare a neutral fluorine versus a positively charged atom, which will have a greater tendency to attract the electrons?
Positively charged.
Because a positively charged species is electron deficient. So इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट होने की वजह से उसका इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्ट करने का जो पावर है वो ऑब्वियसली न्यूट्रल एटम के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ज्यादा होगा. A neutral atom is already having the octet complete. And when I talk about the nitrogen or any atom with a positive charge, it is having an incomplete octet, and based on that, the attraction or the withdrawal of electrons will be more. So obviously fluorine का minus I effect strongest नहीं होगा. अब if I compare nitrogen versus sulfur, which will attract more?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, because of its high
Electronegativity.
electronegativity. So now we have the two options. One is with the three methyl groups, and other is the simple ammonium ion, which will have stronger minus I. non-substituted ammonium or a trimethyl substituted ammonium? Think. What will methyl groups do to the nitrogen atom?
EDG effect.
EDG effect. So what will happen to the positive charge on nitrogen?
Will decrease.
It will decrease. So it is making nitrogen less electron deficient. इसका मतलब अमोनियम जो नॉन सब्स्टिट्यूटेड वाला है इन ऑप्शन 2 दैट इज मोर डेफिशिएंट एंड दैट्स व्हाई इलेक्ट्रॉन खींचने का पावर उसमें ज्यादा होगा. Theoretically everything is perfect, but with the three methyl groups on the same atom there is one more factor. There is a steric
Hyperconjugate.
factor. Pardon? Sorry. No.
Repulsions.
With the three methyl groups, there will be the steric factor also present. And this steric factor will actually make the ammonium ion unstable. तो अब ये stable करने के लिए electron को withdraw करेगा, and now the electron withdrawing capacity of this because of the destabilization by the three methyl groups or the three bulkier alkyl groups will be more. And that's why the ammonium ion which is substituted with the alkyl groups, despite of the EDG effect, will have greater or the strongest minus I as per the options given. तो तीन चीजें यहाँ पर important है. First point, fluorine definitely is the tempting option because it is the most electronegative atom. But when you have a neutral atom versus a charged species is unstable and will try to become stable readily. So it will have the greater withdrawing power for the electrons to become stable. Next, nitrogen versus sulfur, nitrogen plus or the ammonium will have more electron withdrawing power because of higher electronegativity. Then we have a substituted ammonium versus a non-substituted ammonium. Theoretically, a non-substituted should have a greater electron withdrawing power, but when we have a substituted ammonium, the three alkyl groups on the same atom will also have the steric factor, and this steric factor will actually make the ammonium unstable, and to stabilize its withdrawing power for the electrons will be very high, and that's why NCH3 thrice plus has the greatest or strongest minus I effect. So what will be the overall order? इन चारों का अगर ऑर्डर पूछा जाए तो what will be the order?
1, 2, 3, 4.
It will be in the same order: 1 greater than 2, then 3, and then 4. So it was a good question in terms of minus I effect का order. Understood?
So, but how do we understand all this in the exam?
See, as I discussed the 4 points, are the 4 points clear? The thought
Yes, sir.
process. Firstly, fluorine versus a charged species, fluorine should be ruled out. And charged species में electronegativity के basis पे sulfur is ruled out. Then we have a substituted versus non-substituted. Now, as we progress with the organic concepts, there is always a steric factor which is going to play a spoil sport in understanding the proper trend. और जब भी ये steric factors होंगे ना, तो it will always have an effect on the stability of the species. So when we talk about the mechanism or when we talk about the stability, and whenever we have the highly substituted species, the steric factor will always come into consideration. और हमेशा याद रखना कि steric factor will be playing a spoil sport, meaning it will always destabilize the species. और जितना ज़्यादा destabilize करेगा, उतना ज़्यादा tendency to become stable will be higher. ठीक है? So there are two factors which are important. One is steric factor and other is electronic factor. So when you say that methyl donates the electrons and acts as EDG, that is an electronic factor. Okay. And when the bulkiness of the alkyl groups on the same atom have repulsions among them, that is called a steric factor. So whenever you want to compare between electronic factor and steric factor, the steric factor is going to play a spoil sport or a dominant role in actually reversing the stability as expected. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whenever this type of options are there, steric factor is one of the factor which you will always think about. दो ऑप्शन तो रूल आउट कर दिए. The confusion was between one and two option, and now based on the substituted and the steric factor, one is a probable option. ठीक है, तो ये तो जितना सॉल्व करोगे उतना आपको समझेगा कि कौन सा फैक्टर कहाँ पर सोचना है और कैसे सोचना है. So that will strike once you solve more number of MCQs. Third one, which of the following statement is not true about the resonance contributing structures to a resonance hybrid? Contributing versus hybrid. First, contributing structures contribute to the hybrid in proportion of their energies.
False.
Now, there were two types of contributing structures. One were equally contributing structure, which I gave the example as acetate ion. In case of equally contributing, they are of the equal energy and they are also equally stable. But when the contributing structures are not similar, then we have different stabilities for that, and we have discussed the steps to analyze the stability of different contributing structures. So one which is more stable will contribute more to the hybrid, one which is less stable will contribute less to the hybrid. Correct. I'll give you an example to understand this. If I have acetate ion, so its contributing structure is CH3C. Here the electron will delocalize with the shifting of pi electron. Single will change to double, double will change to single, and I'll get this. Now, if I talk about structure 1 and 2, what is the relation between them?
Identical.
They are identical. So once they are identical, matlab they will equally contribute to the hybrid. That is why they are equally stable and they are of the equal energy. But if I compare CH2 double bond CH with a Cl, pi alternate lone pair का resonance होगा. Because the lone pair will shift along with shifting of the pi electron. So I'll get CH2 single bond CH double bond Cl with two lone pairs, chlorine having a plus and here carbon having a minus. Now, if I talk about structure 1 and 2, what can you comment?
One is more stable.
One is more stable. But firstly, 1 and 2 are not similar in terms of energies. If you are saying one is more stable, it is of low energy content, so it is contributing more to the hybrid. 2 is less stable, so it is contributing less to the hybrid. Now read the statement again. Contributing structures contribute to the hybrid in proportion of their energies. Is that correct? Gautam, have you understood this?
So shouldn't it be inverse?
What?
Because less energy will contribute more.
Less energy. हाँ तो in proportion of their energies ना. मैंने कुछ उल्टा बोला क्या?
So it should be in inverse proportion of their energies.
नहीं, in proportion of their energies meaning the structure. अच्छा, you are talking about that proportionality relation. नहीं,
Yes,
वैसा
sir.
नहीं है. वैसा नहीं है. Contributing structures are contributing to the hybrid in terms of whatever energies they possess. If they possess more energy, they will be less stable and they will contribute less. प्रपोर्शन जो है आप बोल रहे हो मैथमेटिकली इनवर्स प्रपोर्शन है, उस फॉर्म में नहीं पूछा है ये स्टेटमेंट. Contributing structures are contributing to the hybrid in proportion to the energies which they possess. That is a simple statement. Okay, let's talk about the other options. Number of unpaired electrons remains same in the resonating structures. Number of unpaired electrons remain same.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, in the resonating structures, the number of electrons always remain the same. The atoms are also fixed in their position. Only the bonding is a parameter which actually changes in the different structures. So unpaired electrons same रहते हैं, yes. Contributing structure, हाँ.
But in the case A single bond B with a lone pair, that lone pair forms a pi bond, right? So the unpaired electrons will not be same.
They will be. A double bond B, single bond C पे lone pair you are saying.
No, sir. A single bond B having a lone pair.
So you take the example of CH2 plus and OH, the lone pair. Okay. So here the lone pair will delocalize onto the adjacent carbon and will get CH2 double bond OH with oxygen lone pair and plus. Correct. So if I talk about the number of electron pairs over here, one electron pair of the shared electrons and two lone pair, total 3 hai. And now the total electrons in this case are two of the shared electron pairs and one of the lone pair. Total electrons जो है वो सेम ही रहने वाले हैं. See 1 2 3 4 5 6 and after the donation it's once again 6 only. Number of unpaired electrons बोला है, unpaired electrons. ये total electrons remain same in the resonating structures, but unpaired electrons is more specific to the lone pair. ठीक है, थर्ड स्टेटमेंट देखते हैं. Contributing structures represent hypothetical molecules having no real existence.
True.
True. Resonating structures were called contributing or canonical, and they were hypothetical, not the real structures. And contributing structures are less stable than the hybrid.
True.
Yes. Okay. Now in 1 and 2, आंसर क्या दिया है उन्होंने? So if we talk about 1, then in proportion to their energies, अगर mathematical proportion सोचे, inverse होना चाहिए. And second statement में unpaired electrons remaining same should also be false. I think both these statements are having a problem, meaning both these are not the true statements. If we go with respect to the first statement, it will be inverse in proportion as Gautam said. And second में unpaired electrons same नहीं रहते. The correct statement होना चाहिए number of electrons remain the same in the resonating structures. Unpaired word नहीं आना चाहिए. Okay. So mark both as the correct answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ninth one. Which of the following compound has inductive, mesomeric, and hyperconjugative effect? Inductive, mesomeric, and hyperconjugative, all of them. First compound has what effect?
Inductive. So 3.
Inductive due to difference in electronegativity. So carbon has plus, chlorine has minus. Next,
Third.
third is the answer. Tell me second mein what effect do you see?
Hyperconjugation.
Hyperconjugation.
Only hyperconjugation. Anything else? Carbon single bond versus carbon double bond.
Inductive.
Inductive.
There is also inductive effect. You can say that there is hyperconjugation as well as inductive. But when we talk about the stability, we always follow the order R, H, and I. So if there is hyperconjugation as well as inductive, we don't consider inductive. Preferably, we will always consider the hyperconjugation to analyze the stability. The next में pi alternate pi का conjugation है, so there is definitely the resonance. Double bond adjacent with single bond having the alpha edge will have hyperconjugation, and based on difference in electronegativity, it will always also have inductive effect here also and here also. So overall, third is the answer, having all the three effects together. Now, 13th is a good question. Which of the following is correct about bond length? Now, resonance, hyperconjugation, these two stabilizing interaction have an effect on the bond length also. तो सबसे पहले एक वेल नोन चीज मैं आपको बता देता हूँ and then we'll move on to analyze this. When I talk about perchloric acid, it's a very strong inorganic acid giving you H plus with a ClO4 negative. And in case of perchlorate ion, I have Cl with single bond O negative and the three oxygen joined by a
Double.
Bond.
double bond. Okay, now here the lone pair and the pi bond are in conjugation. So how many resonating structures I can get? Barring the first one.
3.
3.
3 more I'll get. And in total, there will be 4 contributing or resonating structures. Based on that, the appearance of this bond here is single and here that is double. But in fact, because of the resonance, all the bonds
Are equal.
are equal, and that is why their bond length also become equal. Bond length is something which can be analyzed based on the bond order. And how is the relation between the bond length and bond order given?
Inverse.
Inverse.
Bond length and bond order inverse होता है. And what is the bond order calculated for the perchlorate ion?
1.75.
It is 1 sigma plus 3 pi divided into 4 resonating structures, which give you a value of 1.75, which is a case of perchlorate ion. बराबर. तो जहां पर भी resonance या hyperconjugation होता है, bond length is not what it is observed in the hypothetical structure. Now let's talk about the options given. The first one is a cyclohexane bonded with a NH2, and other is benzene with NH2. Now, in case of benzene with NH2, we know that this lone pair is in conjugation with the pi bond. Hence, there will be resonance possible here. So, if I compare, here the bond order is
1.
1. It's a pure single bond. But here, this single bond acquires a partial double bond character. So its bond order is going to be 1 plus something. मतलब इतना तो क्लियर है कि bond order of A is less than B. Hence, bond length will be A greater than B. Understood?
Yes, sir.
A pure single bond will always have a higher bond length as compared to the high bonded species or double, yeah, triple bonded species. Next one, it is the famous carboxylate ion. What can you talk about A and B?
Equal.
They are equal. Next, this is carboxylic acid, not its ion. Will the A and B be equal over here?
No.
No, because इसके जो structures आएंगे resonating, they will not be same. If this is considered to be first structure with the delocalization of lone pair and shifting of the pi electron, I'll get the next structure which will be CH3, C, double bond OH with one lone pair, positive charge, and oxygen with a negative charge. And this is considered as my second structure, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I talk about the A and B, A is a pi bond over double bond over here, and in the second structure it is converted to a single bond. And B में पहले single bond था, and in the second structure it is converted to a double bond. So, which is having more sigma character in the two structures? ज्यादा sigma character, single bond character किसमें है? B is originally a pure single bond, then it is converted into double, so it will be 1 plus something. यहाँ पे तो already ये 2 है, लेकिन when it is converted to single bond, its bond order will slightly become less than 2. मतलब clear है कि more sigma character B में है. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So if B has a more sigma bond character, meaning it is having a bond length which is greater than the A, this order given B greater than A is correct. Understood? याद रखना अगर neutral molecule में if there is a single bond and it is converting to double bond, then its bond order will be 1 plus something. And if in the neutral molecule there is a double bond and then it is converted to single bond, bond order will become slightly lesser than 2. So on comparing, the neutral molecule ka single bond will have more sigma character and a higher bond length always. Got it? Below.
Yes, sir.
Then in the fourth option, pi alternate pi ka resonance ho raha hai. And once there is resonance, this no longer is a pure sigma bond. It is now having a partial double bond character. But in the alkane, this is a pure sigma bond. So obviously with the pure sigma bond, the bond length of B will be greater than A. And this will be an incorrect relation. So the answer is option 3. Next. This is a good question. Which of the following is correct about the following compound? The compound given is a fused benzene ring, which is naphthalene. Options are all the CC bond length are same. C1, C2 bond length is shorter than C2, C3 or it is greater. Yeah, all the CC bond length are equal due to CC bond length of benzene. What could be the correct option? Or what should be the thought process in analyzing this?
All bond lengths are equal.
All bond lengths are equal. जैसे हमने बेंजीन में सोचा कि the bonds become equal and that's why the bond lengths also become equal क्योंकि सारे बॉन्ड सेम हो जाते हैं एंड बॉन्ड ऑर्डर भी इक्वल हो जाता है तो बेंजीन के लिए ये एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट है बिकॉज बेंजीन में देयर आर ओनली टू contributing structures and they are equally contributing equally stable and equally uh, equal in terms of energies also. Okay, but when we talk about naphthalene, with the shifting of the pi electron, if I talk about the shifting, then let's say this pi electron is delocalized here, this is delocalized over here, this is delocalized here, here, and here. This pi electron will be shifted here. ये shift हो जाएगा यहाँ पर. This is shifted here, this will be shifted here, this is shifted here, this is shifted here, and this is shifted here. Then based on the delocalization of pi electron, if I talk about the next resonating structure, तो क्या मिलेगा? Let's understand that. Here this pi bond is delocalized onto this position. Then this pi bond will come here. This pi bond will come here. And the two pi bonds will be present here. Matlab, if you look at the rings carefully, then the right side ring was actually similar to the benzene ring. And the left hand side was having two bonds which are parallel to these pi bonds. Now with the shifting of the pi electron, the left hand side has got converted into the benzene like ring, and the right hand side is having the pi bonds which are parallel to this. So as good as the second structure is a mirror image of the first one. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then I can have one more structure possible wherein I can have a double bond between the two carbon atoms where they are getting fused. जो दो कॉमन कार्बन है वहां पर मुझे एक डबल बॉन्ड मिल सकता है with the shifting of the pi electron over here. Okay, so if I get a double bond over here, I will get the pi electrons of the naphthalene like this. To have the resonance maintained and the stability maintained. So one structure is this with the benzene in one of the rings and the bonds parallel. Second is its mirror image. Third is having a double bond between the common carbon atoms and the pi bonds lying on the opposite sides like this. मतलब naphthalene का there are three resonating structures. So if I mark the carbons 1, 2, and 3, which are in focus as per the option, let's talk about C1 and C2 carbon. What type of bond do you see in the first structure? C1, C2 के बीच में?
Single.
Single. Then second structure?
Double.
Third structure?
Double.
So what will be the bond order overall?
1.66.
1 sigma plus 2 pi divided into 3, which is 1.66. Perfect. Then if I talk about C2 and C3, first structure में you see double, then you see single, and then again you see single. Now what is the bond order here?
One plus 1/3.
1 sigma plus 1 by 3, which is equal to 1.33. So now it is clear from the three resonating structures that the bond order of C1, C2 is greater than C2, C3. The bond length will be inverse, meaning C1, C2 का bond length would be lesser than C2, C3. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Only in case of benzene, where all the bonds were having the same bond order, had the same bond length possible. But in the fused benzene rings, this particular concept doesn't hold true. The CC bonds are not going to be equal. Next, the correct order of plus M, effect of nitrogen containing functional group on benzene among the given compounds is. Plus M is similar to the plus R effect itself. Now, two of the options are clearly eliminated for the weaker plus M effects. We had already talked about this. If I have NH2 on the benzene, and if I have one of the H substituted by the acetyl group, then where the donation of the lone pair on the benzene will be effective?
First one.
First one. Because in the second case, the lone pair is actually getting
Delocalized.
delocalized due to resonance. So the availability of lone pair is decreased. So now if you have one acetyl and two acetyl group, the availability will be lesser in the fourth case. तो थर्ड एंड फोर्थ में फोर्थ सबसे लीस्ट है और थर्ड उसके बाद. नाउ बिटवीन 1 and 2, what will be the effect of methyl group?
Plus I.
प्लस आई. सो इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेशन होगा. डोनेशन होगा तो लोन पेयर का इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी बढ़ेगा. बढ़ेगा तो डोनेशन वुड बी मोर इफेक्टिव. But once again, when we talk about alkyl groups on the same atom, there is one more factor to be considered.
Steric
ये
repulsion.
चीज जो मैंने यहाँ पर बताया था, स्टेरिक फैक्टर. तो ये स्टेरिक फैक्टर जो है वो क्या करेगा? इट विल मेक द नाइट्रोजन का लोन पेयर का अवेलेबिलिटी lesser because of the bulkiness of the alkyl groups bonded to the same atom. So a less bulky non-substituted amino group on the benzene will have the highest electron donation power as compared to the substituted aniline. Okay. So the plus M effect will be highest for first, second, then third, and then fourth in the order. Answer will be option 3. Here also the reason is of the steric factor dominating the electronic factor or the inductive factor. इसलिए हम इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट को सबसे लास्ट में कंसिडर करते हैं, क्योंकि जब भी स्टेरिक फैक्टर आ जाता है तो इंडक्टिव फैक्टर इज ऑलवेज लेस डोमिनेंट. नेक्स्ट, what is true about the following reaction? Which compound is this? First one,
Pyrrole.
pyrrole. A pyrrole with the KOH, the OH minus will take away the H plus and it will form N negative. And with HCl, it will donate the nitrogen का lone pair will be donated to the H plus ion and the nitrogen will acquire a positive charge converting into a kind of ammonium ion. तो यहाँ पर पायरोल जो है बेस के साथ रिएक्ट करके N नेगेटिव बना रहा है, एसिड के साथ N पॉजिटिव बना रहा है. So now there are three structures 1, 2 and 3. The question is, one is non-aromatic. Is one non-aromatic?
No.
Pyrrole is famously an aromatic compound similar to furan and thiophene. 2 is non-aromatic.
False.
Huh?
False.
False. In fact, 2 is what?
Anti-aromatic.
Anti-aromatic.
Anti-aromatic. And about third one? Why 2 will be anti-aromatic? Sorry. Isn't it similar to the pyrrole compound only? There's just a negative charge with an extra lone pair. And if an atom has multiple lone pair, only one of them will be involved in the resonance. So how many delocalized electron do you see in the second case?
6.
And if once the electron is involved in the resonance, what will be the hybridization of nitrogen? Will it be planar or non-planar? It will become
Planar.
sp2 and planar only. So it is cyclic, planar, and delocalized cloud of 6 electrons. It will be an aromatic species by the Huckel's rule. Or case 3. Is it planar now?
No.
Because the ammonium ion का positive charge. Is it in conjugation first of all? Conjugation में है या नहीं?
No.
Why?
Become pentavalent.
Because nitrogen already is forming 4 bonds. And with 4 bonds and a positive charge, the second period elements can't expand its octet or covalence beyond 4. बराबर, तो उस केस में नाइट्रोजन का पेंटावेलेंसी पॉसिबल ही नहीं होगा, इसलिए कॉन्जुगेशन में नहीं आएगा। और अगर ये कॉन्जुगेशन में नहीं है, इसका मतलब इज इट एंटी एरोमेटिक और नॉन एरोमेटिक?
Non-aromatic.
So pyrrole is aromatic, this is aromatic, only this is non-aromatic. So anti-aromatic नहीं है, it is non-aromatic. Answer is option 4. तो ये एक important फंडा था कि the positive charge in the pi bond, though it satisfies the condition of the resonance, but it violates the octet rule. Resonating structures में सबसे पहला रूल क्या है? Octet complete होना चाहिए. अगर octet complete नहीं है, तो it is a less stable structure. And nitrogen या कोई भी atom उसके actual valency के beyond bond नहीं बना सकता. That is a very important concept which is applied here. Next, heterolysis of propane will yield. Now, when a CC bond is broken down heterolytically, it will form
Ions.
ions. Now, there are two possibilities. Either it can form a CH3 plus and ethyl anion, or it can form CH3 CH2 plus or methyl anion. Which heterolysis is favorable?
First one.
First one. Now, in case of carbocation, tell me what is the stability order?
3 to 1.
1 methyl.
And the least is the methyl because it does not have any hyperconjugation structure. And in case of carbanion, it's 1, 2, 3. In fact, I can say methyl carbanion followed by 1, 2, 3. तो आप देखोगे तो फर्स्ट केस में there is a methyl carbocation and ethyl carbanion. Second case में there is ethyl carbocation and a methyl carbanion. First favorable होगा कि second?
Second.
Second.
Now understood the reason?
Yes, sir.
Because here the carbocation is getting stabilized by the 3 alpha hyperconjugating structures. And methyl carbanion, because of no inductive effect or no alkyl groups bonded to it, is highly stable. मतलब इसका fission इस तरह से होगा कि the carbocation and the carbanion formed is stabilized as per the stabilizing effects. Hence the correct option would be CH3 minus and ethyl carbocation. 2 and 3 were very close options and the reason is important. Next, which allylic carbocation is most stable?
So all this is there for tomorrow's test.
Yeah, this is based on the resonance hyperconjugation only, na?
So, but isn't this in GOC part 2?
See, मैंने starting में भी बोला था कि resonance hyperconjugation का जो effects है, once you start applying, you will have the effects applied in the stability of various species. मे बी कार्बोकटाइन, कार्बोनाइन, अल्कीन्स, ये सब में इंप्लीमेंट होगा ही. ठीक है. सो there will not be more of the questions based on this, but few of them based on the stability of the species will definitely be there. इसको हम छोड़ नहीं पाएंगे. Because what you are having over here is resonance hyperconjugation का effect only ना.
Yes, sir.
इसको हम डिटैच नहीं कर सकते. Though I have given in bifurcated in the topics as organic intermediates, bond fission I have given differently, but there will be slight things which are related and which can come in the test. So एकदम proper resonance hyperconjugation जब तक effects apply नहीं करोगे तब तक आएगा कैसे? Acidic basic strength is definitely not there for the Saturday test. Even ये वाला part इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है, but effects आ सकता है. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming back to the question, which allylic carbocation is most stable? So in the first, which is the stabilizing interaction?
3.
मैं पूछ रहा हूँ फर्स्ट में स्टेबिलिटी फैक्टर्स क्या क्या है, पहले वो बता.
Resonance.
And hyperconjugation.
And hyperconjugation, I'll write 3 alpha hyperconjugation. Next में
Resonance.
only resonance. Next
Resonance and plus I.
आई के
And
पहले अगर
hyperconjugation.
हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन है तो वो बोलोगे, आई आप हमेशा लास्ट में देखोगे. इनफैक्ट आई कैन से देयर इज एन एक्सटेंडेड कॉन्जुगेशन, चलेगा क्या? What is extended conjugation? Here there is a benzene ring which is already having resonance followed by the double bonded carbon followed by the carbocation and then you have the methyl groups. So if I talk about the conjugation, this plus is in conjugation with pi and this pi is in conjugation with all the pi bonds of the benzene ring. तो यहाँ पर जो conjugation है वो काफी अच्छा है. There is an extended conjugation and along with that there are 6 alpha hyperconjugating structures. Obviously this allylic carbocation is going to be more stable. Next, the correct order of stability of following carbocation is, I have already talked about cyclopropyl related carbocation, sigma bond or the dancing resonance concept. So just उस चीज को दिमाग में रख के tell me which carbocation is going to become more stable.
1.
Tricyclopropyl. Because tricyclopropyl mein there is lot of ring strain and the ring will try to open up. In the process of opening up, it will take some energy from the species and due to which the overall energy will be decreased and the stability will be increased. Okay, so 1 definitely is more stable followed by
3.
3 because of extended resonance by the phenyl group. Then second and fourth में there is a cyclopropyl carbocation versus a normal tertiary carbocation where the stability is going to be higher.
Tertiary.
साइक्लिक में अगेन वही कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं लगेगा जैसे आपने फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड में लगाया. यहाँ पर तो आपका सिर्फ अल्फा एच है, देयर आर 9 हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन. यहाँ पर सिग्मा बॉन्ड रेजोनेंस के साथ 9 अल्फा हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन होगा. So there are two factors which are going to become stable. Here there is no resonance as per the condition which we normally describe, but there is a special type of resonance called sigma bond resonance. वो सिग्मा बॉन्ड रेजोनेंस साइक्लिक रिंग में बहुत ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी इम्पार्ट करता है. The second is definitely more stable than the fourth, which is having only hyperconjugation and no kind of resonance involved. समझा?
Yes, sir.
First is more stable than the third one, then will come second, and then will come fourth. Always think about the factors. Here there is a sigma bond resonance to the greatest extent. Here there is conjugation of the benzene with the positive charge. Here there is only hyperconjugation. Second में sigma bond resonance and hyperconjugation है. Two factors will stabilize more. Next, the most stable carbocation is here you have to answer based on the delocalization of the positive charge. The species in which the delocalization of the positive charge will be maximum, it will impart maximum stability to the carbocation.
3.
Third one, how?
Because it can delocalize onto the other ring also.
ठीक है. और कुछ?
1.
1. Why?
Because the resonance is continuous.
Linear conjugation, that's what you are talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ देखो, that is perfect answer. Pi, alternate pi, alternate pi, alternate pi, alternate pi, alternate pi, and alternate plus. मतलब if you observe, there is a linear resonance which is happening over here. इस तरह से अगर यहाँ पर देखोगे तो pi alternate plus and plus alternate pi alternate pi alternate pi. मतलब the conjugation is happening only till the limited number of pi bonds. All the pi bonds or not maximum number of pi bonds are getting involved. यहाँ पर भी सेम चीज आप देखोगे. ये वाला pi alternate plus conjugation में है and then this plus is in conjugation with the pi bond over here. मतलब I can say pi alternate pi alternate pi alternate pi alternate plus. ये वाला रिंग जो है वो इसके साथ conjugation में है ही नहीं. यहाँ पर अगर देखें तो पाई alternate pi alternate pi alternate pi alternate nothing over here. मतलब यहाँ पर आपका रेजोनेंस डिसकंटिन्यूस हो जाता है. मतलब इस केस में पाई alternate प्लस खाली इतना ही रेजोनेंस है and only 2 pi bonds are involved in the
मैंने 6 पेपर
delocalization. समझा? तो जहां पर डीलोकलाइजेशन पॉजिटिव चार्ज का या डिस्पर्सल ऑफ द पॉजिटिव चार्ज सबसे ज्यादा होगा वहां पर द स्टेबिलिटी विल बी मैक्सिमम. In first, the dispersal of the positive charge is with maximum number of pi bonds. Second case में limited है, third में बहुत, fourth में बहुत ज़्यादा limited है, and third में भी there is not more number of pi bonds involved in the dispersal of the positive charge. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Most stable resonating structure of following compound. There is a biphenyl bonded with the nitroso group. This functional group is called nitroso. तो ये तो न्यूट्रल कंपाउंड है और 4 उसके रेजोनेटिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स दिए हैं. सबसे ज्यादा स्टेबल कौन सा है वो फाइंड करना है. तो बेस्ड ऑन द रूल्स फॉर स्टेबिलिटी, which options can you rule out?
1 and 2.
1 and 2 because of
Carbon with positive.
कार्बन विद अ पॉजिटिव चार्ज. तो इनकम्प्लीट ऑक्टेट वाले स्पीशीज जो है वो हमेशा लेस स्टेबल होते हैं. तो 1 and 2 को रूल आउट किया. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट में व्हाट इज द सेकंड रूल टू बी सीन? After the octet,
Neutral
neutral is
neutral molecules are better.
न्यूट्रल इज बेटर देन चार्ज्ड. अब वो दोनों ही चार्ज्ड है तो वो रूल अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते. थर्ड वन,
More pi bonds.
लेट्स काउंट. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Same number of pi bonds. Third rule also not applicable. Fourth,
Electronegative atom prefers negative.
more electronegative prefers negative charge and less electronegative prefers positive charge. So here the positive charge is on nitrogen and the negative is on carbon. Is it favorable?
No.
No. Here negative is on oxygen and positive is on nitrogen. Favorable?
Yes.
Yes. Of course, both will be the most stable. Simple as per the rules. Ja. Next, in which of the pair of carbanion first is more stable than the second? अगर ऑप्शंस देखोगे तो आंसर आइडेंटिफाई करना इजी है, बट ऑब्वियसली विद सम कंफ्यूजन. बोलो कौन सा आंसर प्रेफरेबल लग रहा है?
Two.
2. Because negative charge on sp carbon is more favorable than the negative charge on the sp2. That is already known. But then looking at the first option, a carbanion with 3 fluorine and a carbanion with 3 chlorine, which group stabilizes carbanion, plus I or minus I?
minus I.
Minus I. And fluorine has a strong minus I effect, so definitely CF3 minus ज़्यादा stable होना चाहिए. But here there is an exception. यहाँ पे एक exception है. क्या है वो? Let's understand. There is a carbanion having the 3 fluorine atoms. And there is a carbanion with 3 chlorine atoms. We know that fluorine belongs to the second period, and second period elements do not have
Vacant d orbital.
vacant d orbitals. So there is a small size and absence of the vacant d orbitals in case of fluorine. But fluorine we know is present in the third period and it does have a vacant d orbital. इस vacant d orbital में जो lone pair है carbon का, that can get delocalized and it can form a pi bond between the carbon and chlorine. मतलब यहाँ पर जो सिंगल बॉन्ड दिख रहा है वो प्योरली सिंगल बॉन्ड नहीं होगा, and this is a very similar case to what we have seen in one example इसके पहले. A very concept similar to the back bonding. Can you recollect?
BF3.
BF3. BF3 में it was a planar molecule, लेकिन यहाँ पर B और F के बीच में प्योर सिंगल बॉन्ड था ही नहीं. B has a vacant p orbital and F has a lone pair. This lone pair can get delocalized into the vacant orbital and it can form a double bond like this. ठीक है, तो इसका हमें resonating structures मिल रहा था due to the p5 back bonding, right?
Yes, sir.
So वैसा ही situation, अब similar situation यहाँ पर है. The lone pair on the carbon can get delocalized into the vacant d orbital. And because of that, the charge dispersal in case of CCl3 minus is more as compared with the CF3 negative. So here, inductive effect definitely gives you a more stable CF3 negative, but the back bonding actually becomes a more dominant factor, due to which the CCl3 minus becomes more stable. This is a very, very important comparison. Carbanions में हेलो सब्स्टिट्यूटेड या ट्राई हेलो सब्स्टिट्यूटेड कार्बोनाइन में CCl3 नेगेटिव इज मोर स्टेबल। ठीक है, तो इस केस में सेकेंड इज मोर स्टेबल, सेकेंड ऑप्शन में फर्स्ट इज मोर स्टेबल, थर्ड ऑप्शन में नेगेटिव चार्ज ऑन sp3 एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज ऑन sp2 विच इज मोर फेवरेबल।
sp2
sp2
तो सेकेंड इज मोर स्टेबल। और नेक्स्ट में रेजोनेंस होगा and based on that is the first structure stable?
no,
No. What is happening here?
8 delocalized electrons,
So it is becoming,
anti-aromatic.
and the next one is famously aromatic and more stable. ठीक है, तो आंसर्स आपका 1 एंड 2 में से हो सकता था, वो कंफ्यूजन एक डेफिनेटली हो सकता है, बट देन I have discussed that CF3 negative is less stable than CCl3 negative despite of a stronger minus I effect. But what is dominating over here is the bonding between the carbon and the chlorine due to the presence of the vacant d orbital. Next, in each of the following pairs of ion, which ion is more stable between 1 and 2?
2
2. Next,
1
benzyl carbanion is more stable than the allyl carbanion. Next, दोनों में रेजोनेंस तो है, लेकिन in the first case there is an extra methyl group. What is this going to do?
ADG
ADG. And does ADG stabilize or destabilize the carbon ion?
destabilize
तो यहाँ पर resonance and inductive effect था, wherein the inductive effect is EDG वाला और plus I, which is destabilizing the carbon ion. So 2 gains more stability. Next,
1
अब दोनों में conjugation तो same ही है, pi alternate minus. But why one is more stable?
aromatic
Aromatic. So it's 2-1, 2-1 combination. That's option first. Understood.
Yes, sir.
So these were the questions from the module 1 last one. Any other doubts? But what I have discussed. Yes.
No, sir.